Welcome back to Nature Relaxation by Aramation Studios, the podcast where we dive into tips, tricks, and insights for a better life. I'm your host, Alex, and with me today is our wonderful co-host, Ari. Today we have a special book in store, don't we, Ari?
Absolutely, Alex. We're talking about Atomic Habits by James Clear, a book that's not just a guide but a life changer for many. It's all about the incredible power of small habits, right?
Exactly. You know, Ari, it's fascinating how Clear illustrates that tiny, almost invisible daily changes can lead to remarkable results. It's not about overhauling your entire life overnight. It's about tweaking those small daily habits.
That's the beauty of it, Alex. This book shows that you don't need to make massive changes to see massive results. It's about those small, consistent improvements. It's the 1% better every day philosophy.
So true. And it's not just about habits in isolation, but how they shape our identity and vice versa. Clear talks about how our habits reflect who we believe we are. That's a game changer for anyone looking to transform their life.
Absolutely. And the best part? It's all grounded in easy-to-understand concepts and actionable steps. You finish the book feeling like you can actually do this. Improve yourself, one small habit at a time.
Couldn't agree more. Whether it's personal growth, productivity, or even fitness, Atomic Habits offers a blueprint for change that anyone can apply. It's about mastering the tiny behaviors that lead to remarkable results. So, stay tuned as we delve into each chapter of Atomic Habits, unpacking James Clear's insights and how you can apply them to make lasting changes in your life. This is Aramation Studios podcast, and we're just getting started. Introduction. In the introduction, James Clear sets the foundation for the book by sharing his personal story, a high school baseball accident that nearly took his life. This traumatic event led him to discover the incredible power of small habits. Clear establishes the primary thesis of Atomic Habits. Even tiny changes can lead to remarkable results if you can learn to identify and modify the tiny habits that lead to success. He posits that focusing on small behaviors, not lofty goals, is the key to long-term transformation and success. The introduction effectively primes the reader for a deep dive into the mechanics and philosophy behind habit formation and change. Chapter 1. The Surprising Power of Atomic Habits. Clear begins with an examination of how small habits, or atomic habits, can accumulate into substantial outcomes. He explains that habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Small daily habits exponentially improve your life over time. Clear uses vivid examples like the British cycling team's marginal gains to illustrate this point. This chapter's key message is encapsulated in the quote, "You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems." It sets the tone for the rest of the book, emphasizing the importance of systems and processes over goals. Chapter 2. How your habits shape your identity and vice versa. This chapter delves into the relationship between habits and identity. Clear suggests that building new habits is more effective when you focus on changing your identity first. He introduces the concept of identity-based habits, suggesting that habits are a reflection of your identity, and that by adopting small habits, you reinforce the type of person you believe you are. This chapter helps readers understand the internal changes that need to accompany the external habits. A profound takeaway from this chapter is true behavior change is identity change. Chapter 3. How to build better habits in 4 simple steps. Here, Clear outlines his 4-step model of habit formation. cue, craving, response, and reward. He explains how each step is integral to developing a habit. The cue triggers your brain to initiate a behavior. Cravings are the motivational force behind every habit. Responses are the actual habits you perform, and rewards are the end goals of every habit. Clear argues that understanding and manipulating these four steps can help in creating better habits and breaking bad ones. This chapter is pivotal as it breaks down the habit formation process into understandable components, providing a framework for readers to analyze and adjust their habits. Chapter 4. The Man Who Didn't Look Right. Clear uses a story about a man who didn't look right to illustrate the importance of being aware of the cues that trigger our habits. This chapter delves into the subtleties of how our brain picks up cues from the environment, often leading to automatic responses that form our habits. Clear emphasizes the need for awareness in our daily lives to recognize these cues and consciously respond to them. This chapter is critical in helping readers understand the unconscious nature of many habitual responses and the importance of bringing them into conscious awareness. Focusing on the first law of behavior change, making it obvious, this chapter provides strategies for habit formation. Clear advises designing your environment to make good habits more visible and bad habits less so. He introduces the concept of habit stacking, a method of pairing a new habit with an existing one. This chapter is crucial for understanding how to create a conducive environment for habit formation and how to strategically stack habits for better adherence. Chapter 6. Motivation is overrated. Environment often matters more. This chapter argues that environment plays a more significant role in habit formation than motivation. Clear suggests that by altering your surroundings, you can make good habits easier and bad habits harder. He provides practical advice on how to redesign your environment to reduce the barriers to good habits. This chapter is essential for understanding the profound impact our environment has on our behavior and how small changes in our surroundings can lead to significant shifts in our habits. Chapter 7. The Secret to Self-Control. In Chapter 7, Clear explores the concept of self-control and its role in habit formation. He discusses the importance of creating a system of immediate rewards for long-term goals to help maintain self-control and stay on track. Clear emphasizes the need to make the rewards of good habits more immediate and the costs of bad habits more immediate. This chapter is critical in understanding the role of delayed gratification in maintaining habits. Clear highlights the importance of aligning your long-term goals with immediate rewards to sustain motivation. He also discusses the concept of habit tracking and its effectiveness in providing visible evidence of your progress, thus serving as an immediate reward. This chapter is particularly insightful in demonstrating how to bridge the gap between immediate desires and long-term aspirations, a common struggle in habit formation. Chapter 8. How to Make a Habit Irresistible. In this chapter, Clear focuses on the second law of behavior change, making it attractive. He introduces the concept of temptation bundling, which involves pairing an action you want to do with an action you need to do. Clear also delves into the role of dopamine in habit formation, explaining how the anticipation of a reward can motivate behavior and make a habit more attractive. This chapter is crucial for understanding how to leverage human psychology to make habits more appealing and, therefore, more likely to stick. Chapter 9. The Role of Family and Friends in Shaping Your Habits. Clear discusses the significant influence of social environment on our habits. He explains how the habits of those around us, particularly those in our immediate circle, can have a profound impact on our own behavior. This chapter emphasizes the importance of surrounding oneself with people who have the habits you want to adopt. Clear suggests joining a group where your desired behavior is the normal behavior, making it easier to adopt that habit. This chapter is essential for understanding the social aspect of habit formation and the power of community in influencing our behaviors. Chapter 10. How to find and fix the causes of your bad habits. In this chapter, Clear talks about the third law of behavior change, making it easy. He emphasizes the importance of reducing friction to form good habits and increasing friction to break bad ones. Clear offers practical strategies such as simplifying your environment and reducing the number of steps required to start a good habit. He also discusses the concept of decision-making and how limiting choices can help in maintaining good habits. This chapter is particularly valuable for its insights into how to restructure your environment and routines to minimize obstacles to good habit formation. Chapter 11. Walk slowly, but never backward. Clear encourages readers to focus on making small, incremental changes rather than attempting to overhaul their habits overnight. He advocates for the power of slow gains, emphasizing that consistent small improvements are more sustainable and effective in the long run. Clear discusses the importance of not breaking the chain of your habits, even if progress seems slow. He encourages readers to focus on the system rather than the goal and to appreciate the journey of habit formation. This chapter is crucial for its message of patience and persistence in habit building. Chapter 12. The Law of Least Effort. In this chapter, Clear delves deeper into the principle of making habits easy. He discusses the human tendency to follow the path of least resistance and how this can be leveraged to form good habits. Clear provides strategies for reducing the effort associated with good habits and increasing the effort required for bad habits. This chapter is significant for its practical advice on making habit formation as effortless as possible, thereby increasing the likelihood of adherence. Chapter 13. How to stop procrastinating by using the 2-minute rule. Clear introduces the 2-minute rule to overcome procrastination and laziness. The rule states that any new habit should take less than 2 minutes to do. The idea is to start with a habit that is incredibly easy and then expand on it over time. Clear explains how this approach helps to overcome the initial resistance and inertia of starting something new. This chapter is particularly useful for those struggling to start new habits, providing a simple yet effective tool to kick-start the habit formation process. Chapter 14. How to make good habits. Inevitable and bad habits impossible. In the final chapter, Clear discusses the fourth law of behavior change, making it satisfying. He explains the importance of immediate satisfaction in habit formation, as humans are more motivated by immediate rewards than delayed rewards. Clear introduces the concept of a commitment device, a choice made in the present that locks in better behavior in the future. This chapter ties together all the previous concepts, providing a comprehensive strategy for solidifying good habits and eliminating bad ones. The book concludes with an epilogue where Clear reiterates the power of small habits in leading to significant life changes. He encourages readers to focus on the system and process, not just the goal, and to appreciate the journey of building better habits. And that brings us to the end of today's episode on Nature Relaxation Podcast. We truly hope you found our deep dive into James Clear's Atomic Habits both insightful and inspiring.
It's been an incredible journey exploring how small changes can lead to big results. We hope you're walking away with some actionable steps to transform your habits and, in turn, your life.
Absolutely, Ari. And to all our listeners, thank you so much for joining us today. Your support means the world to us. If you enjoyed this episode and found value in it, please don't forget to follow and subscribe to our podcast. This way, you won't miss out on any of our future episodes packed with life-changing tips and insights.
And we love hearing from you. So feel free to drop us a comment, share your thoughts, or even suggest what topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes. Your feedback helps us grow and improve.
Also, don't forget to check out our social media pages for more updates and behind-the-scenes content. We're on all major platforms, sharing tips and inspiration to keep you motivated every day. Join us again next week for another episode full of practical advice and powerful insights. We're here to help you make the most out of your life, one small habit at a time. So until next time, keep making those 1% improvements, and remember, great changes often start with small steps. This is Alex.
And Ari, signing off from Nature Relaxation. Stay positive, stay motivated, and keep hacking your life for the better.